It's all punishment.
Sorry, Mickey. Mickey, you need to move, like now.
Can you at least put the ramp down?
We can't do that right now. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to jump.
Take this. It's not finished, but it might help you communicate with the creep.
It's like a translator thing?
Yes. Good luck. For what it's worth, I doubt Marshall will kill both of you.
Come on. Come.
They saved me. Now I save them.
Hi there. Today we're going to explore the plot of the 2025 film Mickey 17. An unlucky debtor signs up for a space expedition to colonize a snowy planet. He works there as an expendable laborer, a one-time use employee sent on deadly missions. If he dies, he's cloned with the full memory of his previous version. The events of the film begin in 2054 on the planet Niflheim. Expendable worker Mickey 17 regains consciousness at the bottom of a ravine where he had fallen during a scouting mission. He's found by pilot Timo, who descends only to retrieve a flamethrower. He leaves Mickey to die. After all, a new clone will be printed the next day. As the pilot leaves, Mickey prepares for an attack by local creatures, enormous tardigrade-like beings called creepers. The plot rewinds to show how an expendable's life works, printing a new body, uploading consciousness. Mickey remembers his first death. He was sent into space to fix wiring, but in reality, they wanted to see how quickly the radiation would kill him. Mickey Barnes took this job out of desperation. Back on Earth, he and Timo owed money to gangsters. They were given a graphic example of what happens if you don't pay, a chainsaw and another debtor's fate. With no other options, the guys enrolled in the Kenneth Marshall colonization program. Timo as a pilot, Mickey as expendable. His body was scanned and his consciousness copied into a special storage device. The final test, a shot to his own head to prove his loyalty to the system and willingness to go all the way. The journey to the new world involves extreme food rationing. Even a few extra calories are considered a crime. Mission leader Marshall and his wife Ilfa ban any relationships aboard the ship to avoid wasting energy. In the cafeteria, Mickey meets Nasha, a security agent, and they quickly break that rule even before arriving on the planet. For Mickey, death becomes routine. On Niflheim, he's let out to get fresh air for the first time, really so he can catch the local virus and die. His infected blood is used to develop a vaccine, which is also tested on him. Organic waste, including bodies, is dumped into a recycling reactor that supplies material for new clones. Eventually, the vaccine is created, and researchers begin exploring the terrain again with the next Mickey. During early contact with the native species, a female agent is killed in a cave-in. Later, Mickey falls into a crack in the ground. Timo leaves him there. Injured, Mickey is approached by the creepers, massive creatures. He says goodbye to life, hoping the beasts will eat him quickly. Instead, they drag him into a cave. His fear that they'll feed him to their young turns out to be wrong too. The creatures simply shove the unwanted guest back out onto the snowy surface. Mimicking their clicking sounds, Mickey walks away. Back in his room, he washes off the day's stress. But when he lies down, he finds another version of himself, Mickey 18. A technical error has occurred. Mickey 17 didn't die, as the scientists had assumed, but Mickey 18 had already been printed. They realize they are multiplets, simultaneous copies of the same person, which is strictly forbidden by law and punishable by death for both. Mickey 17 wants to escape, but before he can, Mickey 18 knocks him out with a precise throw of a dumbbell. Waking up amidst the trash, Mickey recalls how Nasha once told him that every clone has its own personality. The 18th shows clear signs of psychopathic tendencies, a thirst for violence, and a level of determination that Mickey himself lacks. Mickey 18 brutally beats his predecessor, trying to throw him into the reactor. But Mickey offers a deal: to live a double life by splitting work shifts. This only earns contempt from his more aggressive double. The plan is interrupted by the arrival of Timo and his companion. It turns out Timo is a dealer of unknown substances, selling fuel extracted from the flamethrower for various purposes. Overhearing their conversation, Mickey 18 decides to kill his former friend. When Timo is left alone, he attacks and throws him down a shaft. But just then, Nasha and Zeke arrive. Mickey hides while 18 forces Timo to pretend he saved him. Nasha leaves with her boyfriend, and a jealous Mickey follows them. At that moment, he's approached by the Marshal's aide to inform him that the mission commander has chosen Mickey for a traditional dinner broadcast to boost the morale of the colonists. Exhausted from constant hunger, Mickey arrives and devours a steak hungrily. Soon, Agent Kai, partner of the deceased researcher, joins them. The Marshal apologizes to Mickey for yelling at him during the scouting mission. They pray for the soul of the fallen scientist. It turns out Mickey was a test subject for new synthetic meat, and at the same time, they tested a new painkiller on him. He's injected with the drug, and Kai leads him to her place to give him an herbal drink for his upset stomach. Remembering that Nasha is now with the imposter, created just a few hours ago, Mickey rushes home. Upon seeing him, Nasha immediately understands what happened. She marks them with their serial numbers and forces them to make peace. Their reconciliation is interrupted by Kai, who brings the stomach remedy. Meanwhile, 18 learns from 17 about the dinner incident, becomes furious, accuses the Marshal of inhuman treatment, and decides to kill him. Luckily, Nasha left her service weapon behind. He arrives at the hall where the commander is presenting a new artifact, a stone brought back from a scouting mission. The stone is meant to become a memorial bearing the names of the first colonists, but as they cut it open with a laser, they discover a hollow space inside. Mickey 18 aims his weapon at the Marshal, but someone notices and jumps him. Suddenly, a creeper leaps out of the stone, causing panic. The gun falls to the floor, and 18 retreats. The guests flee in fear. The Marshal orders the scientists to capture the creature. They put on protective suits, but once again, it's Mickey who saves the day. He manages to distract the creeper using sound mimicry and grabs it. The creature is pulled into a plastic containment bag. The leader inspects the bullet crack in the stone, and suddenly, a second creeper leaps out, right into his face. Security opens fire. The creeper, likely telepathically sensing the death of its relative. The alpha creeper gathers the other creatures to move toward the human base. Meanwhile, Marshal gives the order to arrest the duplicates and Nasha, who is covering for them. In prison, Mickey confesses that the creeper saved him from the ravine, but he didn't realize it at first. He didn't even thank them. As they're being taken to the Marshal, news breaks. All local creepers have surrounded the base. Dorothy, the lab assistant studying the captured juvenile creeper, tells Mickey that his mimicry inspired her to create a prototype translator to communicate with them. She explains that the local creatures are not a threat. They didn't even eat Mickey 17 when they had the chance. He confirms her words. Dorothy herself then interjects. The creepers have intelligence and a language. To prove it, the captured juvenile spits at the Marshal in contempt. In response, the Marshal punishes the creature. He hangs it on a hook over the reactor, forcing Nasha to hold the rope with her teeth to keep it from falling to its death. The Marshal then shifts focus to the mass of creepers outside. On his wife's advice, he orders both Mickeys to be rigged with explosives and sent to the creatures to be blown up along with the crowd. Before they go, Dorothy gives Mickey 17 the translator prototype. The clones make their way through the creeper horde and approach the massive alpha female. Mickey warns her they should flee. The humans plan to exterminate their kind. In response, the alpha reveals a sonic weapon capable of frying human brains. To reach a compromise, the alpha sets two conditions: return the juvenile, bring one human sacrifice as payment for the relative that was killed. Mickey returns to the base and gestures to the cameras. The child must be returned, but the Marshal's advisor convinces him to personally go out into the field to deliver a speech for the cameras, just before calling an airstrike to cleanse the territory of natives, as is customary in colonization missions. Looking at himself in the mirror, the Marshal heads out with guards in 3 transports to the field teeming with creepers. As they depart, Nasha attacks Ilfa, threatening to break her neck unless she releases the juvenile and lets her leave with it. Soldiers take aim at the alpha, but smaller creatures form a dense cluster to create false targets. Meanwhile, Nasha carries the child on foot to Mickey. Seeing the Marshal, Mickey 18 decides to finish it once and for all. He attacks the leader, beats him, and then presses the detonator, blowing himself up along with the Marshal, right in front of Mickey 17 and Nasha. 6 months later, spring, planet Niflheim. The colonists have overthrown the old leadership. Nasha has won the election. A new decision is made to destroy the bioprinter, abandoning the idea of disposable clones altogether. The honor of pushing the button is given to Mickey. The explosion erupts in flames, burning away his past along with his serial number. From now on, he is no longer Mickey 17, but simply Mickey Barnes, the one and only. The film ends. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel.